Let's get rid of that logo screen for y'all there. All right, hey everybody. My name is Dan. I have Flavien here with me.
Hey everybody.
Hey. I just want to make sure that everybody can hear us. We had a little bit of a technical issue this morning before the stream, but we are actually live on YouTube, Twitch, and Steam broadcast all at the same time here. So we'll see how this goes. Go over to those other channels. Links in the event description on Steam. I can also drop those into the description here on YouTube in a little bit for the replay. We're going to be covering the latest build, patch 10.6.2 or 0.10.6.2. Some pretty significant improvements to the AI behavior, some updates to how carriers function in attack and defense battles, some gameplay tweaks and balance as a result of those new behaviors, and then some general menu fixes, improvements and fixes. I've got a link to the full patch notes in the video description below, so you can check those out as we go through them. I think Flavien, we wanted to start off by just kind of reviewing the latest tutorial that we've added to the game.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to jump over here into the training, which now, if you're just joining us after a long while, you can see we actually have a number of tutorials available for basic flight, basic combat, advanced flight, warp navigation. Some of the more complex concepts in the game are all covered in these tutorials, and then the capital ship tutorial. So the capital ships tutorial just gives you the introduction to navigation. I'm not going to play it right now, or should we just? No, I don't know. We don't need to go through it, but we're going to ask.
No.
Yeah, if you've got the game, jump online, give it a try. Get us some feedback on the Discord feedback channels. There's still some minor tweaks and changes we can make so it's easier to understand certain concepts. They're mainly focused at new players, so if you're an experienced player, they might not really be suited, or they're not really targeting you specifically. Yeah, so that's one of the major updates in this patch. That tutorial is now available. I'll jump back here. Just check the multiplayer servers here. I'll jump into US East, where a number of people are already online. Okay. And let me just check my... There we go. That's what I need to see. Just while the game boots here, I'm just making sure that the other streams and chats are all functioning properly. Hello. Hello, sweet Scoria. So I'll jump on Scoria here, and we can start going down the patch notes and looking at the latest update here. So Flavien, I guess I'm going to start off with... oh, I'm going to turn this off.
It is represented by blue on the map, while the enemy is represented by red.
Let's turn you off. All right, I turned off the computer voice. Ooh. Just a moment. I might have to restart my audio. I've been having some audio buffer issues locally. If that happens, I'll just have to do an audio reset, and it'll take a couple seconds, but it will come back. And I'll just drop the music audio volume a little bit more here. As long as you can all hear myself and Flavien talking, we will continue. I'm pretty sure everybody can hear Flavien. It looks pretty good. 5x5, okay. Excellent. Okay. Sweet. So, I'm once again distracted by all the other things going on my screens, but things are looking good, so I'm not too concerned. I'll just let them run now in the background. So, AI improvements. Let's cover the big feature for this patch, the bot behaviors. You want to start us off? We've got a battle that just started, or I guess has been started over at the station here. So I'll drop in game so we can see it from the tactical screen. You can already see a little bit of a change to the structure of the fleets. It looks like the Accor station shield might have just fallen. It looks like they're collapsing into the station. So I'll deploy myself as just kind of one of my preferred Interceptor loadouts. Okay, and then one last thing I like to do, especially for the streams here, let's make sure track IR is on and functioning. This might just take a second. Makes a big difference from both a gameplay point of view and from a viewing point of view. It just feels a little bit more natural as soon as I reset it. There we go. That's good. Perfect.
Nice.
Got my controls all set up. Yeah, pedals are good, throttle's good, and my joystick is good. A little rusty. Okay. So the AI behavior. I'm being attacked by something, so I'm gonna pop over here.
Yeah, so the big improvement with this patch is that we implemented escorting behavior for the AI, which means that you can have now some bombers, you know, doing a bombing run, and they will get escorted by Interceptor AIs. And this is true as well for the capital ships. So you should now see more frequently some capital ships clustered together. You know, if you go into the tactical map and you start to hover the mouse over some capital ships, you can often see a capital ship pointing to another capital ship of the same team. And that means it's escorting it, which means that the ship being escorted is kind of the leader, and the other ships will follow it. They will still, you know, fire their turrets around the nearby targets, but the movement will be subject to what the leader is doing. So the new behavior, let's say, for example, you have an interceptor which is escorting a bomber. The interceptor will engage any threat to the bomber. So, for example, if the bomber being escorted is getting attacked by an enemy interceptor, then the interceptor, which is escorting it, will engage the enemy interceptor. It's within a certain range, within weapon range, so it has to be like between 5 and 10 kilometers. But it can also attack whatever the escorted bomber is targeting. So, for example, let's say you have a bomber doing a bombing run on a destroyer, an enemy destroyer. Well, then the interceptor, who is escorting the bomber, when it's getting close to the enemy destroyer, it can disengage in escort mode and start to attack the destroyer. And so it will distract a little bit incoming fire from the destroyer, while the bomber can still do its torpedo run. So it's a bit the concept between the escort system and the new fleet system. We've done a lot of other little AI improvements, especially related to bombers. So in particular, we have implemented decoys for AI bombers. Previously, players could use the decoys, but AIs could not. But now they can. And we also fixed some bugs related to a bomber accidentally launching a torpedo while it's doing a U-turn and dying to its own torpedo. So combining all of that, it makes the bomber's AI a lot more efficient now, like a lot more efficient at taking capital ships down. And it kind of generated a ripple effect, especially with the clustering of capital ships into small fleets together, where the balance has changed. You know, with AMS lasers, destroyers, and bombers. So we tweaked a little bit the balance as well of AMS lasers on the torpedoes, proximity mines. We adjusted a bit the hit points, reduced a bit the hit points on mines, a bunch of things like that. It's still not like the current version you're playing is still not fully balanced, I feel. We still need to have some more iterations of that. We also investigated today a targeting bug. So it seems like it's possible for players to get ganged up
Like
by
right now.
AIs right now.
I think I have 4 or 5 on me right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it like if it happens to you, it's very hard to survive. So we'll be investigating that and hopefully putting a hotfix up in a couple of hours.
I don't know how I'm still alive.
Yeah, you're 1%.
I'm dead now. There it goes.
HP.
Yeah. So the AI behavior also then, I guess maybe talking about the change of the feel of the game would be good, because you had the effect from changing how. Oh, is the battle over? No, it's not. Okay, so sorry, got a little distracted there. Everything seems to be running well on the streams everywhere.
Yep.
And I'm actually not looking at the stream, the broadcast.
Oh, one thing I did not mention about the AI behavior, it can also escort players. So it's all
Yes.
automatic. You don't have to interact with them. You don't have, to request assistance or anything. When the conditions are met, you will see other AIs escort on you. It can be more noticeable if you are flying a bomber or if you are flying, let's say, a cruiser. These are the two classes which have the highest escort priority, basically. Because it can still happen when you are flying an interceptor that, let's say, another interceptor is going to escort you. But it's at a lower priority, than interceptors escorting bombers, for example.
New bounty available.
So it will all happen automatically in game.
Sorry, I'm just checking the.
New bounty available.
Hang on a second. Just a quick second
New
of
bounty available.
broadcast silence. I just had to update the stream setting on Steam. It's now public, so we'll see what happens in a few minutes if that actually becomes available to more people and gets pushed
New
to the
bounty
Steam page.
available.
This is the first time that we're running all 3. I think I might be on a different. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, now it's public, so we'll see how that changes it. Pendrocker was just pointing that out for me. Yeah. You were talking about the changes to the AI created an impact on balance between bombers and AMS systems. Those had to be tweaked.
We need to
you're talking
revamp
about
that
balance.
A bit more, yeah.
Yeah, and then the other thing was the experience in game has changed. It feels very different now, at least from my perspective. I've had a little bit of time to play with the new build just before this build, where you had the initial changes.
Yep.
And you were talking about
Available.
allied interceptors dropping in and escorting you as a bomber. They drop in front of you, and it's like it feels like you're a lot closer to the smaller ships. It changes the immersive feeling in the battles, which is already saying something, because the battles were already pretty immersive. You feel like you're in the middle of something, but now you have allies that feel like they're actually helping you.
There's one in front of you right now.
I just got one right on me. There he is. So he's escorting me. Nobody's told him to do that. And now, because someone else is targeting me, he's targeted that person, which is Commander Smartass, who timed that explosion on me. I'm not going to be able to catch him, I don't think. And those won't hit him.
Stealth enabled. Stealth disabled.
Sorry, little side track here. Oh. Predictable outcome. Okay. Yeah, so the overall experience, because of this change to how the AI behave, they kind of give that support and then provide a little bit more kind of like human player feel, because you get human players that'll clump together, and now you get the same behavior then with the capital ships, because they're all clumping together now in their little mini fleets. And you'll see that kind of behavior emerge as a battle progresses. So this battle just finished. We've got a minute until the next battle pops up here. Yeah, so that one's done. I'm just gonna zoom out here. Oh, we're in a different star system compared to what we usually fly in. Planetary system.
So we have a question from Alexander on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's asking if it's possible to recruit AI squads and to assign them orders. So in the current version, no, it's not possible. It's all automatic. Like ships escort you automatically and they go on engage enemies automatically. If you want that kind of gameplay, it's more about the carrier. So the carrier, you can actually, if you fly a carrier, you can manage your loadouts. You can create your own squads of NPC ships. Your own composition of what you want. There is a point system where, let's say, a bomber is 2 points, an interceptor is 1 point, and a corvette is 4 points. And you can create little squads. And when you deploy a carrier, you can literally assign tasks to each squad of ships. So you can have one squad escort the carrier, a bomber squad engage an enemy capital ship, and maybe a bunch of interceptors, free fly everywhere in the battle. So this kind of gameplay right now is reserved for the carrier. You cannot do it explicitly with the other ships.
Whoa. This is quite the location. There's Eupraxias on the dark side of this planet. Or this moon. Not used to seeing that. Okay, I'm going to be navigating over to where the next battle will be. Going to be a planetary assault.
Okay.
Question on Twitch. When will the VR version be available? You wanna?
If we ever do one, it will be after the release of the game. Next year.
Yeah, would have to be after the release. That's a question we've been getting basically from the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to finish the game first.
This, oh, you know what? It might be because I think you had some settings so that stations don't end up on the dark side of planets, but we're at Selenus, which is a new planet. I'm wondering if the size of the planet has influenced that rule in your code. I think, isn't Selenus bigger? Ice giant? I don't remember.
Yes.
I wasn't in the gas giant, but it's pretty low on the dark side. It was very dark. I thought maybe there was a bug with the stars or something.
Yeah, so we also addressed exploits with the carrier. If you remember, some players were able to stand into the docks during a battle in defense, deploy all the squads, and undeploy the carrier, and instantly redeploy it, and launch the squads again.
Yeah.
And over. So now it's no longer possible to deploy a carrier in defense during a battle. Also, if you undeploy a carrier anywhere else, even in attack, you will only get your ship points refund scaled by the amount of ships that are still alive in your hangar bay.
Yeah. Yeah, and the whole reason behind that, and people might ask why we changed that behavior. There was an exploit where you could spawn a carrier at a battle on defense, deploy your entire squadron wings, all wings, and then have them attack. Typically with a set of bombers, so all those bombers go off, launch their initial torpedoes, and then you can just undeploy your carrier, respawn, have a fresh set, and deploy them again. So in this way, you have to have your wings replenished. Not able to replenish. I think you made it so you can't replenish your wings at a station that's under attack, right? Am I wrong in that one?
Yeah, but it's been implemented for a while.
Yeah. So if you're at a defending station and the station is under attack, the concept is all squadrons are already active, all pilots are active. You can't replenish ships at a station that doesn't have any more available pilots. So then that's the thinking there. And then to prevent the exploit, it's just the carrier can't be spawned at a station that's under attack. For the same kind of logic, you can't really replenish a ship full of pilots if all of the active defense forces are already engaged. That's kind of the thinking. But it also prevents the exploit of the infinite carrier spawn and deploy. So we'll see how that works on this. If you're somebody who used that exploit in the past, cool, you found something for us to check. Just have a try again, see if you can exploit the system a different way, and then let us know. So, all right, so battle is just starting now. I'm on the attack. What else do we have here? So we're talking about gameplay balance and tweaks as a result of the AI changes, or the bot changes. And then the carrier changes, which for some people will be, I guess, a bit of an impact there. And then, what else do we have
So
here
one
that you wanna
change we
talk
did,
about?
we modified a bit the atmospheric flight model. We reduce the drag coefficients on all
perfect.
ships so that they can fly a bit faster, in the atmosphere. Especially for capital ships. They were quite slow before.
Right. So I'm going to have to try that out here. We are on a planetary assault mission. This is in a nice location too. Nice. Gonna clear that target. And I'm gonna also play observer here for a little bit, just to show how the fleet behaviors change. Hopefully nobody will jump on me here and take me out. I already saw a couple players on my 6. Yeah, there's another one. That's okay. I can zip away. I'll stay in warp to avoid hit. I'm just gonna have a look at. You can best see the change to fleet behaviors in the tactical view here, like this. Let's set this to the
Speaking about
base.
AI, another thing we haven't mentioned is that the battles now, when they start, can be split into multiple smaller battles.
Yeah.
So there is a 50% chance to have one fleet versus fleet, one big fleet versus one big fleet. And 50% chance to have multiple smaller fleets. Like you can have 2, 3, up to 4 smaller fleets, generating in smaller battles individually, but they roll around the base. So they are still, kind of some ships at the end of one of the small battles can join another of the small battles.
So I'm not close enough to it. Get a little closer so we can actually see them. Yeah, and it changes up. If you have multiple split fleets, it kind of changes up some of the tactics. You want to really think about who you approach, especially if you're in a capital ship. You were mentioning that if you're in a destroyer and you jump into a cluster of enemy capital ships, you can get ripped apart real quick. So you need to be conscious of positioning. Positioning is now more important than it was prior to this. So as you can see right here,
it's not only positioning; it's also like who's targeting you.
Yeah, let me just show here. These guys here. It might be easier to just show it from the cockpit view, but we've got a cluster of ships here. There's 2 destroyers, 3 destroyers within proximity to 2 cruisers. So those destroyers are now serving their real purpose, which is to provide AMS coverage for the other capital ships. Ooh, that one's taking a few torpedoes, which I think you mentioned torpedo balance as well. So the AMS torpedo balance is something that's a little bit in flux right now. Torpedoes are actually doing their job, more bombers are doing their job more effectively now than they were before. And so the AMS systems needed a little bit of a tuning, but also the targeting code for the AI needed to be addressed. So that was something that you needed to fix. You were talking about the hotfix in a couple hours here, right? Is that for that or?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see 2 cruisers with a few AMS escorts is much stronger than those ships all just flying and doing their own thing. Same thing with the bombers. You'll see bombers now will get interceptor escorts, and you can actually see what's happening over here with the human players and the AI as well, because the AI will now fly escort for the human players. So if you're playing a game like right now, Face McShooty is escorting an AI carrier. And that AI carrier looks like it is also potentially escorting, oh no, another destroyer is escorting Face McShooty. So the AIs are behaving as kind of a team. They're actually participating as a team now. So the carriers shouldn't just pop as soon as they spawn anymore. They actually have some defense. And you can imagine how all of this changes the balance when it comes to AMS versus torpedoes. If AMS clusters of destroyers are now so much stronger, you're going to have to address maybe how that works after the bombers get fixed. So like already the battle has only just been going for a couple minutes, and it looks like the attackers in blue here have completely destroyed most of the defending Havoc fleet in red. But this little cluster down here, we got two destroyers and a cruiser. They're doing their best to survive, but it looks like there's multiple bombers right now going after those targets, so they probably won't last long. So there's still balance to address, but it's getting much closer to to the objective objected goal here. Oh, it looks like another support wave just spawned in for the defending team off over here. Yeah, there's definitely a larger set there. Not many destroyers though, and a human player. So I'm going to do a bombing run on this guy here. I'll launch some decoys. Oh, let's just go straight for the torpedo. Do another decoy. Drop another torpedo. He's already dead. Okay, targeting the next one. Torpedo. So decoy again. Those decoys will still be active even though... Do another torpedo. Oh. Yeah. I'll do one final high pass. Let's go high speed pass here. He's gonna be dead before it gets there. That's my guess. Yep. My torpedo will hit before it blows up though, right? Woo! Almost. Okay, checking.
Engaging target.
Let's just do another bombing run here. So I think for the most part that covers all of the major updates in this patch. Okay.
I think so.
You can see the AMS is hitting those decoys. 3, 2, 1. Let's drop another decoy. Drop another torpedo. Okay, now I'm landing hits. And let's go high speed. I'm just using standard torpedoes.
Two other small things to finish about the patch notes. First of all, we fixed the issues with the HUD. You know, when we were rendering the state of, with icon, the state of hard points on the weapons on a ship in a third-person view, so for capital ships. When hard point was destroyed, it now appears permanently on screen. So previously you had to hold the left Alt button to highlight all the hard points on your ship. But now when one turret becomes permanently destroyed, it's automatically hidden, basically. So you can see it. It's a lot easier to see which weapons have broken.
Incoming missile.
So the other thing is for the Sandbox mode, solo mode. We did some optimization in terms of the server code. It's now fully, like the AI is fully multi-threaded.
Yes.
Which should bring about, like from my tests, about 30% improvement of performance of AI on physics. It's only on the server side, like you're not going to see a difference in terms of frame rate on the client. But there are a few people who are running, the Sandbox mode in solo on their own local machine with a pretty slow CPU. And they were suffering from some kind of jittering, where all the ships were, moving forward, backward, like a yo-yo, very quickly. So that's due to server performance. And the server is struggling with the client. With the multi-threading optimization now, this should help. So I hesitate to say it's fixed, because if you have a very slow CPU, you will still suffer from that. But at least it should be improved.
Yeah.
We did update the re-entry effect as well.
Yeah, I'm kind of showing it off a little bit. I can only show it off so well in this control configuration that I have. Here comes Pendrocker, though, screaming up beside me. Oh, he's in warp, okay. That orbital cannon is going to go down here. Let's throw some decoys. Oh, it's already down. Okay, let's go to the next one. It's a good thing they were just decoys. I still have... how many torpedoes? 6 torpedoes. Let's go for the warp interdiction. Oh, hang on a second here. What do we have? Oh, wow. Why are there so many targets going after... oh, we have shield emitters we can take. Whoops.
Engaging target.
Shields are back online. Not for long. Oh, wow. Haven't seen many spinal cannons in this game yet. Spinal shots. Okay. Target destroyed. Let's get the next one.
The base lost its shield.
Target destroyed.
There it goes. There's not the last one's gone. Starting to feel the atmospheric effects, so actually banking does have an impact now. Oh, there are those spinal cannon shots coming down from orbit. There's the battle above. That looks cool. Battle above, battle below.
Warp charging.
Yeah, they still have warp interdiction in the area. Which means a longer transit time. I have a lot of targets on me this time here. But yeah, the spinal cannons are definitely targeting the surface base now, so that's good. We'll go to the other satellite. What do we have over there?
Incoming missile.
Really?
Incoming missile.
Oh no, it's a human player. No, it isn't. It's oh no, it's an AI.
Sorry, guy.
That's okay. I have no control now. I just lost all control. So
Yeah, I see that.
I have no turning, like none. And I think I have 3 on my 6. I have no ally support either. I'm flying over the base.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm getting
I
altitude
think
though.
that's over. Oh, you did a kill.
I fired some missiles. I know I
Yeah.
got one guy down to 1%, so on that quick flyby pass. Hey, I've got some control back. That's good.
Incoming missile.
Systems repaired.
Oh,
Still
you have a
9.
repair robot or something?
Yeah, I must. Oh. Late countermeasures a little bit too late there.
No.
So a question here on YouTube. Do you guys plan on streams like this somewhat regularly or only when releasing updates? So partly because of just the way life is right now for the development team. We're all quite busy with things in our day-to-day. And there's only so much time we can spend on events like this. So I'm doing my best to make sure that we have an event like this every time we have a major patch. Or I think we had a couple minor patches earlier in the year that we didn't have events for. But the goal is to have events when we have major patches. As we get closer to the release here, which we will be revealing when that will be at some point in the future. As we get closer to that, we will do more community engagement events. So to get people playing, get people kind of interested in what's happening for the full release. Oh, that's a cool shot.
Oh.
Spinal
Laser.
cannon. Spinal cannon sighting laser just dropping in on that base there. Yeah. So we'll do our best to increase the number of community events that take place as we get close to and upon release. And then that's something that we hope the community can also take over a little bit. Just since we are such a small team. Oh, we missed by a few miles there. Jeez.
Yeah.
A number of kilometers. Yeah. I'm trying to follow all the chats. Steam only has 1 viewer, which is fine. I think it's because I didn't set something up right, so it's not actually on our Steam page. And I'm not sure if that broadcast goes out to anybody or how that works. I'll have to look into it after. It looks great. It looks fine from what I'm seeing. Twitch looks good. No issues there. I've got a couple viewers on Twitch. And then most of our viewers, because we've primarily streamed on YouTube in the past, most of our viewers are on YouTube right now. Yeah. So that, I guess that covers all of the main updates. I think there was a Spanish localization update, so by one of the community members, Sir Darky. He got that to us, which is great. Includes translations for one of the newer tutorials. Oh, there we go. Gonna hit it. Takes it out. Nice. I'm just right now I'm observing other players playing. So Commander Smartass is one of the players that killed me earlier. He's somebody you do not want to go up against in a dogfight. So, yeah. Taking on a Corvette right now, by the looks of it. Yeah.
So Random Passerby is asking on chat if it's possible to have AI use the warp mode more efficiently now. Maybe at some point in the future. There are still some AI improvements I want to do, especially related to the supply ship. Right now, the AI during battle does not spawn support chips, which is a big problem because, especially in Sandbox mode where you are playing alone, if you are playing a capital ship like a destroyer and it gets damaged, you don't really have any easy way to repair it or to resupply it. In multiplayer, at least, if you are with other players, one of them can fly a supply ship to help. But in Sandbox mode, you cannot do that. So really, I think the next AI improvement we will do is to implement supply ships for the AI. And now for the warp question, it's possible we could do it in the future. I would have to investigate. It's like I assume that the question was more about like jump points inside the same battle, like to go, let's say when an interceptor has to fly 100 kilometers away, to do a micro jump with a warp drive. That would be cool. I'm not guaranteeing it. I think like we've already spent a lot of time on the AI, and we still have a lot of features to implement, especially on the polishing for the release next year. So I think after we do the supply ship, that will be the last major AI thing we will do, at least until the release. The rest will simply be bug fixes on balance tweaks, stuff like that. There are always some bug fixes too. But like new features, no, I don't think before the release we will do that.
Sorry, I had to take the headset off there for a second. I don't know what you were talking about for a second. Apologies.
Oh, okay. No, I just finished.
Somebody. Sorry, I turned away and I warped out of the system. Let me just turn around.
Yeah.
Sorry, somebody asked a question.
Terran is asking on YouTube about using curl noise for the gas giant. This is already the case. So the procedural texturing on the gas giant is already using curl noise, but it is stretched because there is a lot of Coriolis effect on the gas giant. So the curling is more like horizontal, like it stretches in bands. It's more noticeable if you go, I forgot how is it called, Altea, I think, you know, the big reddish Jupiter-like gas giant, and you look carefully at the noise patterns on it, because it's all randomized. So some of them have more or less curling noise, and others are a bit more blurry. So this one, for example, doesn't have much curling noise.
Yeah.
But
right
Altea, the big Jupiter-like, has a lot of curling noise details.
I'm looking at Selenus right now from a bit of a distance, so you can kind of see some of the flow. I think you were also saying that curl noise is kind of an expensive operation.
Yeah, it is very expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's because we need curl noise, but at different octaves, so different levels of detail. So it's not enough to curl the noise, let's say, at a scale of 100 kilometers. You also need to do some curling noise at 500 kilometers and some curling noise at 2000 kilometers. Because if you only do it at only one scale level, it's going to be super repetitive. And so, like, the current implementation is multiple curl noise that are all interacting with each other. I think the most complex gas giants have like 4 or 5 levels of curling noise. And even then the detail, because you know the planets are, especially the gas giant, are true scale. So when you fly a capital ship or another ship like really close to the surface of the gas giant, you need to have enough detail in the texturing, the procedural texturing, and it's really hard to do that in a cheap way.
Yeah. Okay, dropping back in again here. Railgun, phalanx, gun turrets, blaster turrets, missiles, arrays, and jammer. Oh, mission failed. I guess in the new balance too, you were saying that it is a lot more rare that an attacking team will just win, right? The defenders seem to have the advantage right now. Is that still your observation, or?
It depends on the base.
Okay.
Some bases have more advantage than others. And it's really because like the configuration, the layout
Target
of each
lost.
base is different. So the AI, it is balanced for a mid-level, like for everything. But when you balance it for everything, you also balance it for nothing as well, if you see what I mean. So the
Yeah.
balancing at a global level is kind of okay, statistically. But when you take a special case of a single base, which has a certain layout, and maybe it has a bunch of asteroids, an asteroid field around it, and then, with the randomization about where the fleets are spawning, the battles are never exactly the same. And depending on where, a fleet is spawning compared to the other fleet, maybe for a couple of, I don't know, the introduction of the battle, one fleet has an advantage over the other one. And it's not something you can really address simply by tweaking values in the config files. So that's why there is always going to be an amount of imbalance in the battles. We're only trying to reduce it as much as possible.
Showing off some of the.
Your destroyer is burning right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go.
It
Now
looks cool.
Now I'm taking shield damage. Let's overcharge the shields a little bit. Sustain that a bit longer so we can show off the new visual effect. Jan is still working on this effect. Ooh, he's improving it. And there's also the smoke trails that are being improved on. So right now they're particle based. And in the future there may be a ribbon based approach. So yeah, he's got some stuff that he's working on, but he's not quite ready to show anything yet. It's part of the graphical polish pass on things. Change my, oh, I'm gonna get burned up if I do this, but if I change my pitch, there we go. Yep, there we go. Whee! Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. We gotta go and defend Trancus base, which I believe is on the other moon. So I'm gonna get over there now. Still in warp, let the shields recover by the time I get over there. Yeah, oh, and another thing to note, my destroyer right now doesn't have mines, but have you mentioned the change to mines?
Yes, there are a bunch of balance tweaks. So for example, I increase a bit the amount of mines. The default previously was 6 mines, and now it is 8 mines, a little bit more. But I tweaked some other values as well. So every single time we change a bit the gameplay, I have to retweak some of the values. For people who are curious, the tweaking is really a pain. Like I can literally spend days on days simply working on config files and testing again battles and again and again. Like just this week I probably tested, I don't know, I would say 30 to 40 battles. Just to see how my tweaks are affecting the outcome of battles. So it's a lot of observation mode actually. It's not even active development, it's simply a bit more sandboxy really. You tweak values in config files and you check like how do the battles look like? Our ships are behaving like what you are expecting, or like are they doing some weird shenanigans? Or I don't know if the decoys are too strong, you can tweak them back, and then you need to observe the battle again to see what's going on. If ships are dying too quickly to bombers now.
Yeah. I just also figured out why I'm not broadcasting to Steam. Broadcast app ID. I need that for next time. So I'll just kill the Steam stream right now.
Yeah, okay.
I actually have a number of legal documents that I have to sign. So, let me see if I can maybe just observe someone else who's playing in game. Are you in game right now, Flavien?
Nope.
No? Okay. I'm just gonna do this while oh, you're not in game. Oh yeah, you burned yourself out. You played too much.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you've been playing a lot, testing everything. Okay, so I've got a bunch of things I have to sign. So I will be doing that while we jump in and observe some other players here. So let me just eject and deploy my... Eject and redeploy. I think I can just do it still from the stats screen. Let's observe Pendrocker. Can I not do that anymore? Oh no, he's not spawned.
Oh, you can.
I can spectate Face McShooty, who's just, what, powered down on the surface of the planet? Oh no, he's sitting above the shield generator. The battle just started, so here, just give me a second.
Yeah.
Sorry, hang on. I'm just gonna have to step away for just a quick second here. I'm just gonna stay observing Face McShooty. Everybody let Face McShooty know that, oh, that's good feedback from Smartass there. AI stuff feels good, battles look more realistic now. It's exactly what we were going for. Okay, I'm just gonna do that, and I have to just turn off my camera for a couple minutes, okay? And mute my mic, so if you want to, I guess, observe the stream and watch, maybe I'll switch to somebody else. I can't really, can I observe? Yeah, I'm gonna observe Commander Smartass. And I'll be right back in a couple minutes, okay?
Okay.
For anybody watching, you want to take a moment just to look at the patch notes. Links are in the description. Yeah, and that's it.
So while Dan is away, just a quick mention about how we fixed a bug related to warp interruption due to collisions. So when you were colliding something, let's say an asteroid in warp, previously you were getting out of warp, but you were keeping the warp momentum, which means that if you were flying at I don't know, 20 kilometers per second, suddenly you were out of warp at 20 kilometers per second, which is really bad. But now with the fix, you will go back to a very low speed, and hopefully not collide with anything anymore. In terms of balance, another change little thing we changed was to buff a little bit the heavy missile. So heavy missiles, especially on the destroyer and the cruiser, were a bit underperforming. They were not doing much damage. They didn't have much mobility. So what we did was to increase a bit the mobility of the heavy missiles so that they can turn a bit faster, even if your target is not like straight aligned in front of you. And we also increased the damage of heavy missile by 50%. So in my tests, I noticed they could do, so one heavy missile could do about a couple % of damage on a destroyer, like hit points, like 3, 4, 5% of damage. So they're not as strong as the torpedo, of course, but they're not doing nothing like a normal missile. So you can still fire heavy missiles during capital ship battles and chip away at an enemy with that.
Oh, okay, I'm back now, by the way.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll just stick with a default destroyer. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, you were talking about the capital ship missiles. I can actually jump in with a cruiser or destroyer again here, probably. Where's the mission? So it's a defense battle. I can deploy nearby to Belos. I haven't really had any capital ship combat yet, so I do want to show some of that. Oh, that's just... I am going to do that. I'd like to use one of my personal loadouts. That's better. Okay, go, go, go. get over to the base as quick as possible.
Warp.
It looks like the battle is already underway. Yeah, you were just talking about the new heavy missiles have a higher mobility, and you said
Yeah.
lower damage rate, or no?
No, higher damage. 50%
Higher damage.
more damage.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
okay. It'll be interesting to see what kind of an effect that has in ship engagements, especially with the destroyers. Missiles seem kind of tacked on, kind of like how torpedoes used to be tacked on to the cruiser. But they are forward-facing as well, so.
Yeah, sorry, they get intercepted by AMS lasers as well.
Oh yeah. Right.
So you could use them, if you fire a proximity mine, you could use a heavy missile as decoys almost for your proximity mine.
So there's a question here from Alexander 7380. Could you tell us how sandbox reinforcement waves are decided? The attackers seem to be a tad bit underpowered right now. Indeed. That's in relation to what we were talking about with the attack and defense. Ooh, I'm gonna drop
Yeah,
down.
we still need to tweak that. The way it works in the sandbox is the same than in multiplayer, which is that both teams have a budget, a ship point budget, and the budget is the sum of all the ship point count of all the ships currently in game, with the budget which is reserved for future reinforcements. And when the budget is getting lower compared to the start of the battle, when it reaches a certain threshold, it triggers a new reinforcement wave. But of course, it's a question of who will exhaust their reinforcement budget first. And what makes it complicated is that the defense, that whoever is the faction in defense, has a lower budget for ships compared to the attacker. The attackers have more ships compared to the defenders. And that's because the defenders, they have some infrastructure as well. They have all the static turrets, the space cannons, the orbital cannons. All of that are doing damage to the attackers as well. And in order for you to have a balanced battle, the attackers need to have more ships so that it compensates for the defenders, like reinforcement budget plus all the static infrastructure on the ground.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Let's try some of these missiles here. See if the mobility changes made any difference on hitting fast-moving targets. Oh, he used AMS. Or he used a countermeasure, so not the best comparison. That's an interceptor. Delete.
Target destroyed.
Okay, let's go after something a little bigger then. There's a lot of attackers up there. How many spinals are up there? 3. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I've got a Corvette and all that's done. Target's already gone.
destroyed.
There are a lot of targets incoming though. Yeah, it looks like the battle in orbit was lost. So here they come. external shield is back up, but still, that's not... It's not going to be up for much longer. Looks like we had a reinforcing wave. I'm going to go up and see if I can't help out up there. Keep some of our capital ships alive. Focusing on bombers and torpedoes, since the new balance benefits them a little bit. This might be a suicide run. We'll see. Oh, so somebody on Twitch is saying that the stream is just a black screen. That's not good.
Not for me.
On Twitch.
No, for me Twitch is working.
Twitch is working? Okay.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I'm not sure then. That guy's gonna go down. I'm gonna focus this bomber.
Destroyed.
Focus the bomber. See if these missiles actually take it out. I don't think so.
No, I don't think they have the mobility to...
But I can focus fire the torpedoes. Oof, got it.
Destroyed.
Good, so that worked. Took that one out. And focus fire torpedo again. Nope, overheated. Let's get in close range to this guy. There's some bombers here. Need to get those icons updated. Oh, shoot. Now I've got multiple on me.
Formation target lost.
Okay.
Target destroyed.
Got it.
Formation target acquired.
Just missed. Okay. Gotta keep on this guy, Escort. Oof.
Formation
Come on.
target lost. Target destroyed.
How?
Oh.
There are a lot of torpedoes.
Formation target acquired.
Oof, that one got through.
Incoming target.
Just too many. Come on. Those were decoys. Oh, that one got through.
Formation target lost.
Come on, take it.
Target destroyed.
I'm feeling what Mazzola was talking about. I'm pretty sure. There's just a lot of bombers, torpedoes.
Target destroyed.
And
But
the
you're
guy
also losing the battle, so like
Yeah.
you are...
I'm in a very bad position right now. Yep.
yeah, that's the time to, to run
Well,
away.
the ship I was escorting just blew up, so it's time to get out of here. Nothing strong. Nothing. No torpedoes. I can warp. There's somebody up here I can warp over to help. Yes, let's go over there.
Formation target acquired.
Do a tactical jump here. Pop out of the way. I'll take these guys
Formation
out.
target lost.
Incoming threat.
Incoming torpedo.
Torpedo. It'll be interesting to see how the adjustment with the targeting priority impacts this gameplay. Because yeah, it is very difficult right now. I should be charging the shields. High priority. Weapons, weapons, weapons. Nope. Okay, weapons. Overcharge. Incoming. Reverse, reverse, hard reverse.
Formation target lost.
Got him. 2 more. There's another one.
Target lost.
Oh, that one was a decoy. That one missed.
Ew.
Okay, I'm gonna help this guy out with this. No! Okay, good. Point blank, right?
Oh, he missed.
He just missed.
Shield detected. Critical.
Requesting assistance.
I'm not gonna last very long in this engagement.
Yeah, I know.
Keep overheating here. Here comes another one.
The car is going down.
Oh yeah, you're right. Those bombers and interceptors are working together against me right now. So now I've got interceptors just peppering the hull. Pop in, you can see it. Turn on that. Oh! There we go.
Yep.
Oh, he's doing a victory spin. Ah, okay.
I think he's trolling you.
Yeah, if anybody's still watching on Twitch, it looks like we got a few viewers over there. Just let me know if the stream is actually visible. I'm guessing so, since there's a few viewers. Someone just reported that it was showing black screen. Ooh. Smartass, your computer systems are sputtering. Okay. Things I haven't done in this stream. Things I can't do. Carrier, I don't have enough ship points for that. Let's see. And I can't afford a cruiser. I think I could afford support. I don't really play support often. But yeah, that's kind of the major points for this patch. AI improvements. You should notice the feel of battles is different. The feel of the game is different. I've been playing obviously for a long time. Yourself as well, Flavien, and it seems like the overwhelming response, at least for internally, both internally and from some of our longtime players, that there's a noticeable difference in the improvement of how things feel in the battles. Before it was just every ship just kind of chose its own target and did its own thing. Now there's a veneer or the surface level of coordination between the AI, which provides just a hint of coordination that provides a whole different feel to things. When you go from nothing working together to everything working together, it's a significant difference. Oh, why can't I? I think that we're gonna lose the battle there. Trinkus base? Isn't it defense? Yeah, defense. Why not? Spawn on base. Yeah, but I don't think we really have too many other things to talk about regarding the patch, unless there's something you can think of there, Flavien.
Nope.
And because we started late, I think we're about at the 1 hour mark now. Let's see. Interceptors. Interceptor. Yeah, it makes it really hard to find bombers. We need to get those icons updated.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Charging.
Try another run on this guy. We're hitting fast. That's not good.
Oh.
That's not good. That's not good. Oh no!
Oh.
Well, that
Yeah.
was fun. It's still fun. I'm still having
Okay.
fun.
That one was on you.
Yeah, that was bad. Let's see here. I'll use my atmospheric loadout just to clarify why there is an atmospheric loadout that I have and a space loadout for this bomber. I jump down here to, where is it? The structural. There's an aerodynamic coating on this loadout which reduces the atmospheric drag. So you get a slightly different drag coefficient calculation going on. The ground's KD ratio remains undefeated. Beautiful. Yes. It is. You cannot win. Take on the ground. You can try. Oh, we got ships in low. They're coming in low. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Ripe for picking. Couple decoys. Torpedo. Switch. Couple decoys. Torpedo. How many more decoys? I got 16. There's a lot of destroyers here. I don't know if any are going to get through. Nope. Nope. That's just going to make it if it makes it. Nope. Too many destroyers.
Yep.
See if I can drop lava slow mover on him. No. 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 Gotta choose a different target. Yeah, this looks like the attackers are gonna win. Yeah, the main power plant is being damaged. Most destroyers are in a tight formation. Go for this one's on the outside. Nope. That one down. Quad railguns on the bomber is a nice loadout. I've come to love, especially when I run low on energy. Firing mode kind of changes.
Yeah, dogfighting interceptors with a bomber. New meta.
Sometimes it works. It works. Your mobility. If you're going up against somebody who knows what they're doing, it's not fun. Most of the time, the bots you can take on. Okay, this one's isolated, so he only has. This guy over here doesn't have any real support.
So you don't have a lot of decoys left.
Oh, I've got a couple escorts. Look at that. There we go. Nice. I have only a couple more decoys. Yeah, I'm not going to use them on this one. Yeah. Let's go this way. So I've got 2 escort interceptors right now as I'm approaching a destroyer. Oh yes, one of them landed. So the second one's going to hit. Here comes the third one. I just got to keep my vector good on approach here. Just another one. Shred him a bit on the pass. Come back around. Yeah, there's no additional escorts for this destroyer, so this is going to be a kill. Oh, he's coming in though. He's got a support ship coming in. One more. Hit. Just finish him. Good night.
Yeah.
There we go. Picked him off. Now we have a destroyer. Oh, we got one right in front of me. Yep, there's one right there. Oh, there's a couple of them. I don't have enough to take that one on.
Selecting new target destination.
Yeah, battle's over. It's kind of a fun engagement. Don't always get to see the bomber combat on streams here. I'm gonna pop back over here. Okay, so this battle's over. Attack and destroy Demeter Station. I could sit around and clean up some targets, but everybody's leaving, so I would end up on my own.
Selecting new target destination.
Copy. Affirmative. Affirmative. Let's have a look and see how my ship points are doing. Not a lot. Did some structural damage. I think that's when I took off one of the hit one of the shield generators earlier on in the battle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Support objectives. Earlier on, I was more objective oriented by the looks of it. Oh, I still did okay though. Not too bad. There have been a lot of questions about earning ship points as a reward instead of that slow accumulation. There's a lot of people that are frustrated with the wait for ship points. A couple of reviews recently on that topic, actually. Haha, yeah, that's a good comment. The project has come a long way since the original tech demo. That would have been how long ago, Flavien? The tech demo, Infinity tech
Which
demo.
one?
Well, not the ICP. I guess that would be.
Well, the main one I think most people are referring to is the one from 2010.
Yeah,
So
2010.
15 years ago now.
Yeah, a lot has changed and been done since that time. That's for sure. Okay, Demeter Station. I'm gonna head back over to Sirake here. Fly by Solanas again.
I'll be off then.
Okay, nope, that sounds good. I'm gonna jump into the community channel here. I think Pendrocker and Smartass are hanging out. I'll see how they're doing.
Right.
I don't know if anybody else joined in. Discord was doing some weird stuff with the event today. When I went to start the event, it wouldn't start it. So I don't know if people got notifications or pings or not for the start time. Got a whole bunch of people signed up, but it looks like the event didn't properly work. So sorry about that. I tried an everyone ping as well on the Discord just to kind of double hit it, but it didn't look like that got any real traction either, which is odd. So it's probably just something with Discord on their end. It's abnormal for our events, even though our events are small typically. It's abnormally so. So just yeah. Anyways, thanks for joining everyone, Flavien. Thanks again for all your hard work on the patch.
Yeah, no problem.
And we'll see
So
you.
hotfix is coming, if not today, maybe tomorrow. I
Okay.
will see. With mostly the targeting fix, so that people do not get ganged up. And if possible, I will do some more balanced tweaks for battles.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. I'm looking forward to
All
that.
right. Yeah. See you later then.
All right. Thank you, Flavien. Have a good one.
Yep. Bye.
Just gonna slow my approach here, and let's turn off the track IR while I switch over to the lobby on US East. Hello, everyone. You are now on the stream. How's it going?
Stressed out
Flavien.
now.
Stressed out because you're online. You're live. Anything you can say can be held against you.
By all the 77 viewers.
Oh,
We
there's
used to be stressed when
higher than normal viewer
Consumer
count
level.
actually. I think now it's 27. It
Yeah.
got up to 35. I guess Flavien has more love than I. Yeah, but Twitch stream looks good. On Steam, it looks like the Steam broadcast, which is because I didn't have the right app ID in place from when I was testing.
Let me check. But I
So
think it's
that
still
makes sense.
switchable.
Yeah, no, I stopped the broadcast to Steam, so that'll be for next time. But Twitch is holding stable. It looks like it's doing well. If you're following
Except
on, or you're,
Twitch for Android. That's which one has that black screen issue.
oh, is that what that is? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Streaming to Twitch. Has that ever really worked? I mean, lots.
Streaming on
seen
Twitch?
A couple of events from several games where they tried it, and it was always kind of meh.
I definitely had to tweak my bitrate, so my machine is running two different, so that's interesting. Two different codecs, two different process, what do you call that? Yeah, encoding two different streams, essentially. So, but Twitch is just a much lower resolution, lower bitrate.
You still on a 3090 or?
Yeah, still running my 3090. My CPU,
That can float at the same time.
it should be able to. It struggles. I'm also streaming in hang on a second. 1440p, right? Is that right?
I
Yeah.
think the other problem is with OBS and stuff, right? Everything that is not directly NVIDIA, it also has to get the image out of the graphics card, right?
Yeah.
To then stream it. Whereas when you use, I think, NVIDIA software directly, it kind of can cheat a bit. But then, do you really want to stream with NVIDIA software?
I have done it in the past, just not for an official broadcast. I've done a lot of testing with different systems. Like I've tried streaming in 4K as well. I can do it with a single stream. Oh wow, the fleet is tight here. This is cool. This is a big battle that's about to be happening here. This is a large station spawn large battles, and it actually looks like there's, oh geez, there's two fleets, one on either side of the attacking fleet, which is kind of annoying. It's like a pincer move. Yeah. But yeah, streaming, I record with NVIDIA, which is great for 4K recording. Need to get, oh, okay. Get resupplied here, come on. But yeah, streaming OBS, everything, there's no scaling happening, everything's already scaled properly. I have my screen size set to the stream size rather than performing any scaling functions. I've had really good, like there's no frames drop, no processing issues. Except for the initial setup today, everything is running very smoothly, considering. Yeah, thanks again for everybody who's watching the stream. It's going to kind of go switch gears from being an official developer stream kind of into more of just some gameplay just for the next little bit here. And then if there's any questions, feel free to drop those in either chat. I'm watching both Twitch and YouTube chats here. So if you have any questions, fire away. And I will do my best to facilitate answers for you. Pop out the chat so I can put it next to the other one. Perfect.
Requesting assistance.
Oh, and it wasn't a joke. I do actually have my computer case opened up and a fan blowing on the CPU to prevent it from shutting off. So.
Well, that means you're having an Intel CPU?
My CPU had a fault yesterday. It did a fault restart and just due to overheat, and I panicked a little bit. And then again, it was peaking pretty high this morning, and so I addressed that issue immediately. Yeah. Oh yeah, the game is not heavy. Not a heavy game. Okay, it looks like my resupply is good, so I'm gonna start helping my team here. Take out some of these destroyers.
Formation target.
Yeah. What's heavy missiles? I do not have.
Okay, I'm gonna go after this target right here. Wow, okay, I'm right in the heart of it now. Let's go for decoy. What kind of AMS coverage do they have here? That one's going down,
Formation
good.
target lost.
Not much,
Target
okay.
destroyed.
Vulnerable.
Formation target acquired.
go. Got a hit. It's getting assistance now, though. One more. Down. Hard turn. Got it. Flip back around. Next target. 5 kilometers out. Let's check the AMS coverage.
Formation target acquired. Formation target lost.
I feel like I'm landing torpedo hits a little bit more often. Ooh. Yeah, you keep busy with those decoys. He's coming right at me. Got him.
Shield integrity. Formation target lost. Target lost.
Capitals shooting their turrets. It's like asking to get dropped by your friend.
Formation target acquired.
Yeah. That's fair though. No? Do we have support? We lost our carrier by the looks of it. Pendrocker, hello.
Formation target
I'm
acquired.
the new replacement.
Okay, sounds good. Keep yourself safe. Please. Okay.
Let's see.
Might want to embed yourself in the middle of all these destroyers over here. They're about to clash with...
Warning.
Closer.
Charging.
There's a good example of the fleet movements here
We
now.
dip below 100 for a few seconds so I can get out.
Let's see. I can't. If I'm in formation, I can't do it. Wait. I have to free up.
Yeah, it looks like there's 3 enemy battle groups right now.
Ooh, cruisers have a problem. Have issues.
And I'm on.
What do you have on you? You
Formation target
have
acquired. Formation target
Corvette.
lost.
That's fine.
Oh, let's see. Oh, look. Tasty cruisers. No. Don't escort those cruisers. Attack those cruisers.
Okay. Jumping in for repair. Thank you. Let's check out the carrier. Oh no!
What do you mean
I just-
jumping? You can.
I'm
You
sorry.
can dock. You can't
I-
dock.
I can't dock. I just collided with you. I'm sorry. Please, no sudden movements. I can't control myself.
Not moving at the moment.
Trying to repair systems. Okay, we're good.
Let's see where they might go.
Oh, hello.
What died?
Something just flew right into the top of your... Another something.
And those aren't
Formation
mine. No,
target
those
acquired.
mine are not dying. I don't know.
I don't know what
are
those were.
friendly NPCs.
Oh, poor guys.
I guess they're too close. Ooh, dying. These guys are dying. Come back, come back.
Why is this not an MMORPG? The scale of development would be much larger. Yes. Definitely.
Put 3 points on anti-turret.
But if you get enough people playing on a server here, which is sort of up to 400 players, you could RP if you want. You have to use your imagination.
Ooh.
Formation target
engaging.
acquired.
As long as the fights are not wrong.
Oh, okay. So for whatever reason, your carrier was not repairing me. Endrocker, do you not have the repair
Let me
aura?
check. Let me check if I have it.
I thought for sure I was good.
No, I do not have it. I have resupply.
Oh, that's why.
Sounds like
I.
it's the weights of a
Why did I do?
I
me
was
check, why
waiting,
did
and
I
I'm like, it might be good to have some kind of indicator of what a
Eh.
carrier has. on the outside of the ship, kind of like how Planetside does it with the Sunderers. That would make sense. Something like that would be good.
Might be because it's more mass, so I didn't. No one ever came close to me, so I didn't bother.
No, I understand. Totally understandable. Massive battle is ongoing here.
That's cool.
Destroyer dead ahead. There's a lot happening. I'm just gonna turn off the HUD for a second.
Yeah, they're flanking me. That's interesting. All these destroyers are flanking me. Target now.
Yeah, I see them. They're right up right behind you. There's a couple.
Target destroyed.
So something that Flavien didn't mention about mines now, if you're in a destroyer and you deploy a mine, the mine will prioritize the target you have selected. Rather than being a random target assignment. I don't know about changing its target.
Usually when I shoot the mine, so that the mine goes up to me, and then I drag the mine back to the destroyer.
Yeah. It should still auto-target, I would think. There we go. Hello. That one's not gonna hit.
Target destroyed.
Oh. Okay, that one's down. Yeah, the quest for Earth, there is an article on the topic. It was posted a long time ago. I think it's available on IndieDB, or IndieDB page from way back, talking about the quest for Earth. Essentially, that project got put on hold so that we could develop the engine, and then Battlescape became the project that was essentially a proving ground for the engine, so we could add a bunch of features to the engine, build out the engine at the same time as the game, which slowed down the game's development, but there's some rationale there for that. It's just the scale, the scope and scale of the project is so massive. Regarding a storyline for a single-player kind of experience, there is a story. It's not... portions of it are public. There's little hints of things going on in the tutorials, which we wanted to kind of have a little bit of a narrative built into some of our tutorials. That's what happened there. So if you play the tutorials, you get a hint of some of the lore of the universe, but nothing like a full single-player campaign at this point. And there's no plans to build a single-player campaign either. Got it. Mainly because it would be a lot of extra work, and we just don't have the budget or the time, or the resources. Just don't have enough human time, human hours to be able to make it happen. Okay, almost down. A single-player campaign is something I would love to make at some point. It's just we would need to have the time and the budget available to invest in something like that to really make it work. Flavien will be spending some time on a modding system. There's already some stuff in place, and that does depend too on how much time and budget we have available as we near the end of the project. I should say not the end of the project. 1.0 release just feels like an end of some sort, but oh, okay, we just destroyed the remaining capital ships in the fleet here. It looks like the shields on the main base
Formation target
are at
lost.
5%? No, that's right. No, 73%, which means we have not done a lot of damage to that base shield. So we're going in with a strong shield. That's not good. Yeah. But yeah, a single-player campaign would be a great way to onboard people for sure. It's just the amount of work that goes into just the tutorials, let alone an entire campaign, is pretty significant. Is this guy gonna... He is. Let's take him out.
Integrity at 20%.
just got hit by something?
Formation
I don't
target
know.
acquired.
Maybe
What
I
was
just didn't
that?
pay
Formation
attention.
target lost.
Probably
Something's
what
shooting
everything
at
was
you.
normal. I just pay attention. It was always dropping properly. Or it's the space cannons.
It could be. It could be.
Projectiles.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. It could
I
be.
took out
Yeah.
one of the space cannons.
They have that issue with. Yeah. They disappear before even hitting them.
Let me see if I
No, it's
can
just they
take some
fade
out for
out.
you.
They fade out too soon.
Formation target acquired.
Space cannon shots fade out too soon.
Formation target lost.
Okay, it looks like there's one more space cannon. Is it?
Gonna jump in and help here for a second. Probably one more.
Here you go, Serial.
Formation target acquired. Formation target lost.
Target down.
Destroyed. Formation target acquired.
Got a ton of bombers coming in on you, though.
Formation target
Oh
lost.
dear.
Shield integrity.
Gonna hit. It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. Nope, no hit.
Incoming missile. Hull integrity is critical.
Oh, shoot. Yep. Pardon me. Okay, well. Can I afford the cruiser yet? I cannot. 38 seconds, 31 SP. That's not
Legal
quite,
way you
not
cannot.
quite enough. No, I could use the codes, but
Yes, you have the powers.
it's an older code. What did we check out?
And you only need to press the wrong to reveal the password.
There's that audio I was saying. I don't know if you can hear it on the stream, but I'm gonna have to restart the audio. Here we go.
Mine got through my shields.
I have no idea if that came through. Yeah, the supply icon with wrench and or ammo icon, similar to kind of how Planetside handles it, is just the logical icons to use. That would be a good way to help determine whether or not a carrier has the supply, or even a Corvette has the supply or stuff you need. Yeah, because of the way the AI behaves now, you could probably build a decent campaign using just the AI. Thanks, Criskut, for the compliment on the game. Putting a lot of work into the graphics, yeah, and is continuing to improve things like the explosions. So visually, things could see a little jump here as we get closer to 1.0. Yeah, the MMO would be a pretty significant undertaking. It would be a lot. I'm not sure it would be more in competition with a lot of existing titles too, so a lot of existing projects. So it's really a question of what kind of game are we wanting to build. Yeah, the shields weren't recharging. I think that's because I had the my overcharge on weapons. Let's just double check here. Yeah, stream looks good on Twitch. Stream looks good on YouTube. Things are looking good elsewhere. That's good. I'm going to be playing probably for another 20 minutes or so. Oh, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for the ship points in only 30 seconds. For anybody who's new to the game and you're watching right now, this is the ship customization and loadout screen. So right now I have an OBP Assault loadout selected. Right below loadout here, it gives you an indication of what chassis you're using. A chassis, think of a chassis as a different set of base stats compared to the default. So there's a heavy chassis, and there is a spinal chassis, and then there's a default chassis. So you kind of have your base as the default, heavy, and then spinal. And then from here, you can then duplicate one of these loadouts to create a custom. So this one I have my Titus loadout. It has a lot of heavy flak barrage weapons up on the front. It's a real brawler, and it's a heavy, so it's not the best combination of things here. But then we have my orbital bombardment platform, OBP assault loadout. I have a lot of built-in AMS through the phalanx, as much as a cruiser can basically get, and then the spinal cannon, of course. And I'm using mostly just standard blasters and gun turrets, leaning heavier on the kinetic weapon systems. Oh, I'm getting a lot of breathing noise from somebody here.
Oh,
Coming
sorry,
through.
probably me.
Might be you. Oh, no worries.
Your interface looks so fine. You should just sometimes check how it looks on 1080p, not just 1440p.
Oh, on my
Doesn't look as well on
yeah
1080p.
yeah. I know
the
that
interface.
most of us on the dev team are using 4K monitors, so it's hard to. You could emulate it, I guess, or just get a 1080p monitor and play on it a bit.
Just.
But yeah, that is
just a bit.
something. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
I have
good thing about 1080p
plenty of ship
is
points.
it's exactly half 4K in both directions, right? So you can switch to 1080p without changing the look, if that makes sense.
Let's throw another heat dissipator on there. Why was that not there? Oop. Okay, let's put that on there too. I'm gonna save my loadout. Pardon me. Save my loadout. And just double check my controls here, just quick. Make sure, another thing for new players, keybinds and controls. Build a new keybind profile on this screen here. Set up to 4 unique input devices. So I've got my throttle, joystick, rudder all set up. Custom binds are all here. A bunch of modifiers for additional detection settings. And you can go to town customizing this. It's good to kind of know what happens, like what each thing means in game. So I play a little bit first with some default setups, but and then over under controls, you also define controls for each ship. So I choose what kind of input I'm using and then what keybind profile I'm using for it. So I currently have 2 different setups I use. One primarily for the small ships, the Interceptor and the Bomber. I prefer a capital ship setup for the Corvette. And then the rest is capital ship for the capitals. Oh, okay, so that battle's done. And that was a glitch. Okay, we're good. And where are we headed to? We're on a defense mission, so orbital platform isn't exactly the best option for something like that. I can try my heavy Titus flak. Do that. Oh yeah, sure, I can go over the loadout tab real quick here. So with the ship selected, like let's just go with something a little bit smaller, like a Corvette. So I have the default loadout. I can customize this loadout by just clicking on selecting one of these chips here. And then click on the hard points on the ship. Or I can do it the other way around. Select the hard point first, and then select the relevant system. I can sort it according to different types of loadouts here. So there's a fair amount of customization here. A lot of these loadouts are locked. You have to unlock them, and they're also rank locked. So right now here, this is just a default weapon system, but this one here requires a rank of 5. So as you rank up, new weapon systems become available to you, as well as having to unlock things using your credits, personal credits, which you earn through actions in game, whereas the ship points are earned just passively as a team. So yeah, so that's how the loadout system works there. If you want to create a new loadout, so if I go over to my destroyer, I'm going to create a new loadout from the default loadout. Just go like this, create a new name. So I click the duplicate from the current. And then let's see here, let's just call it, we call it Brawler. And then from this point, I can just basically build out the loadout I want. Filter by mounted, focus on weapons, weaponry, structural, etc. And then on the stats screen on this side, you can see how different upgrades will modify the stats for the ship. So how they affect your mass, your combat speed, acceleration, etc. Which is pretty good to look at. Decent information. One of the most important things, though, I think, what might have been what you were asking about specifically, is the loadout screen. What is this? How does this work? Essentially, you have weapon state sets or preset states. So instead of having to manually modify, and I'll go to a different ship here to really communicate this clearly. Yeah, the Spinal Cruiser by default has a lot of weapon groups. And if you're manually playing Guitar Hero on the seven top keys to manage your weapon states, so each weapon group has 3 weapon states: auto fire, auto aim, and manual fire, and then full manual and off. So if you're having to cycle that weapon group 3 or 4 times to get to the state you want, and you have to do that for 7 groups, it takes a lot of time. So instead, you have presets or state sets. So state 1 is this column here, state 2, state 3. So instead of changing one weapon and then switching the next one, you're switching all of them to a preset state. So in this case, the spinal cannon, my state set here, I could probably just use my OBP assault one here. I've got a couple different states. Let's defend Belos. Jump off here. And just go like this. Let's just go like this. Boop. So by default, I have right click set up to my state sets. So I can switch all weapons to full auto, which turns off the spinal cannon and turns off my large cannons, which is interesting. That probably shouldn't be like that. I can jump back over here. Oops, not that one. I can jump back over into the menu and change it right away. So this large cannon, I'm going to turn on auto. Jump back. I go back now and go all auto. That state set is updated. So everything is full automatic except for my spinal cannon. So now instead of manually going and changing turn on the spinal cannon, switch all the different weapons, I can go cap v cap. That's one that just turns on the larger weapon systems. Onto auto. I can go to my brawler, which is more weapon systems are online at that point. Spine exclusive, I just want to use a spinal cannon, and then CIWS deterrence, which is, the deterrence is more my orbital bombardment setup. I have my space-to-space missile batteries are active. Those auto-fire at nearby small targets. My phalanx are a short-range AMS system that is somewhat effective. And then the spinal cannon, of course, is what I would use against long-range targets. So if we're hitting a surface of a base and I'm in orbit, or in this case, we've got a carrier in the distance here. It's a long shot, 100 kilometers out, so it probably won't hit, but I could use spinal cannon. Let's see. Why not? Let's give it a shot. I've got a torpedo coming in on me now. It's probably not going to hit, though. But all other weapon systems go offline when I'm charging this thing, so... I don't know if that's going to hit. Find out in a second. No, that torpedo's not going to... No, he stopped. He changed course. That far out, it's hard to hit anything. Which gets a squad of 5.
Incoming torpedo.
Hello, Pendraga. Another torpedo. takes.
I'll turn the tide of that battle.
Yeah. Once the bombers start firing, it's hard to... Okay, we've got a cluster.
Target
Come on.
destroyed.
Yeah. So this ship is not nimble by any means. Change my skin. This is not really the kind of ship I want for this battle, defense battle. This is definitely more of a definitely more of
Incoming
a
torpedo.
long-range weapon system or weapons platform. It's decent AMS though. It seems to be handling these bombers well enough. It is not mobile though.
Incoming torpedo. Target destroyed.
It's from outside the...
Requesting assistance. Incoming threat.
See it. What is he doing? Shield's already gone. Oh, hello. Ow.
Incoming torpedo.
Affirmative.
Warp charging.
Okay, moving over to the battle here a little bit.
Incoming
Spine v
torpedo.
spine.
Incoming torpedo.
That should clip it just. Yes, good hit. I'm getting overwhelmed. Jeez. Wow. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no. Wow. Okay. Yep. I understand. Okay, so that's what Mazzolo was talking about, I guess. However, I'm the only one out here. This is my choice to be here. This is a bad place to be, and I think I have a mine right there. Focus fire, focus fire. Take it, take it, take it, take it.
Support ship.
Take it out, take it out. Oh no, I'm dead. Oosh. Yeah, I'm dead. Not the best ship for that kind of an engagement. But you get the idea.
Will friendly heroes will they protect you and fly with you?
Yeah, they will.
Do that to AI?
No, the escort behavior that the AI now have, it doesn't matter what ship they are. So, however, interceptors will escort bombers, right? So you have that behavior. I think interceptors will also escort corvettes, I think. But the destroyers will tend to escort each other as well as cruisers and carriers.
So would it have been possible for you to go past a bunch of friendly destroyers and then drag them with you?
If they already have escorts, no. From what I understood, what Flavien was describing to me, they tend to need like at the beginning when they first spawn in. Yeah, you can drag them with you. Otherwise, I think you need them to have kind of. Oh, what's going on? Uh-oh. Did I do something with the bomber? Hello.
Something like asking for that kind of escort with the expensive points.
Uh-oh. Just wondering why my control setup for the bomber is wrong. Okay, well, this is a bug. I think. Just encountered a bug. What's going on? Default profile is correct. That keybind's fine. That one's fine. Weird. Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, my... So just for the timestamp on this video, or the live stream, it looks like I was flying as a capital ship, and then when I spawned a bomber after having died, my controls for the bomber did not switch over to the proper control scheme. That's new. Let's try spawning a different ship type, like the Interceptor, see if it does the same thing. Yeah, it's doing the same thing. Why? On the Corvette. Yeah, it's all locked to the cap ship control, but obviously, like, this one is supposed to be cap ship control. Let's try this again. The bomber. Okay, yeah, just reset it. I just had to spawn a couple different ships. Okay, well, that's a note for Flavien for be watching the stream here. Just timestamp for myself, probably around the 1.5. Oh, it's 2 hour mark. Kind of been going on 2 hours actually. I have to call it quits here pretty soon.
Yeah, me too. I already left the game for a while ago.
Oh yeah. Haha. Okay, I'm gonna drop.
It's also funny how you brought up the Guitar Hero analogy.
Target destroyed.
Yeah. Oh.
Did that analogy help to bring the feature?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it used to be. It used to be a constant button mashing along that number line, and it does not translate well to controllers either. So a radial menu, like this here. I'm just using basic weapon controls on the. I just use either the number line on the small ships or just the radial menu to control each one individually. But on the capital ships, you could now with a single button have access to a bunch of preset states.
Incoming threat.
Right? Like I can still change things like this, but
It makes it possible with joysticks.
Yeah.
Before it was just such a ball ache.
yeah.
I mean, even if you have 40 buttons on each joystick, still, you know, it's, if you have 8 different weapon groups and you have to switch each of them 3 times. Oh.
Yeah. It took a lot. There it comes. Yeah, Cruiser Dark Gray is gone. Okay, well. Oh, there you go. Well, with Interceptors, how many escorts do I have right now? Is the carrier telling them to escort me? Who are those? Oh no. I just had 6 AI escorts, Interceptors. That's awesome. And now they all left me. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for the support and then leaving. Kind of cool, but...
Warp. Charging.
Okay, those were from you. I thought so. I selected them. They didn't have your name on them. I must have selected the wrong ones. If I jump out here, though... Ooh. This may be unwise. Let's jump over here and help these guys out.
Incoming missile.
Oh, okay. Ow! There's definitely noise blindness. Noise blindness that takes place in the cockpit often. I experience it often. You get the notifications for a dozen different things happening all at once, and then, especially with the missile warning, maybe need a different system for that. Kind of another VMFD. There's just already so much going on, though. Oh, hey, join your squad. Actually, no, I won't. I'm going to be leaving. I got to call it here, just because this window that I had today is only a couple hours long. The community event, I don't know why the notifications didn't go out properly. Something didn't quite. I don't know if you guys got notified when Discord when I started the event. Did I? Did it notify you?
Yes, no.
Did it? Because I think you
I
were
think
already.
It was the stream. I was sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's okay. The Discord was doing some weird stuff, so I don't know if notifications actually went out to people. Even the everyone ping, I don't think actually went out to everybody. Let's just select Pendrocker and spectate here. Oh, that was neat. Somebody actually used that weapon system. So I'm just gonna spectate Pendrocker. I'm gonna jump out of the Discord channel right now. I'm gonna jump out. I'll pop back in after though. I'm just gonna close out the stream. Yeah.
I will hop
All right.
off anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
See you
Cheers. See you guys later. See you online. Okay, so that's the end of the stream here. I'm gonna call it. Patch notes are in the description. Let's just quickly just change the game audio here quick because of how loud it is. Yeah, so patch notes in the description. We got links to all of our social channels if you want to follow us there. A great place to follow is just on Steam. We always post up the patch notes on there first when they're ready. Same with our community events. We'll post them on Steam as well as on the Discord, which today it seemed like we had some technical glitches and issues with. And in the future too, we'll be streaming on all 3 platforms. We're going to be streaming on Twitch and on YouTube, as well as I had Steam working. It just wasn't broadcasting to the right app ID, so it didn't get dragged onto our store page. So future events and also coordinating with sales and stuff in the future, we'll probably have stuff like that happening. Yeah, and if you have any feedback on this latest patch or the project, or you want to let us know what you think of the game so far, we're always open to feedback. Pretty prime location is on Discord if you want to get kind of real-time conversation going sometimes. We're usually active, not as often as we were in the past, but you can get some conversations going with us, the developers, or with longtime community members too. And yeah, feedback in the feedback channels. We do check the Steam forums regularly as well. So if you have any feedback there, bugs, issues with the game, balance ideas, weapon ideas, things like that you want to discuss, you can definitely geek out on that if you want. And then in the future, mod support is going to have a more robust system to it, assuming that does get worked on prior to the 1.0. But we'll be able to provide more information as we get closer to that for you. Yeah, and I think that's everything. If you have any questions, hit us up online, and I'll see you at the next one. And there we go. Thank you for that sweet little atmospheric entry. Ooh, there he goes. Actually, I can't change my view. Whoa, okay. Oh, almost. And he's dead. Thanks again. This is Hutch, signing off, trying to sign off. Cheers.